Hello there everyone, GamerDad here. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. This is actually the 6th installment for the Nintendo News of the Week, and there's a lot of stuff to go over that happened this week, from leaks and rumors to just the regular Nintendo news, games released. The deals of the week are actually, I think, are actually very lucrative for you, that a lot of people are going to be interested in wanting to find out about. And so just want to go through and start off this video with actually like a community spotlight in which I'm going to shout out to all of the subscribers, like the people that have told me that they have subscribed, what they like about the channel. And so I want to thank them personally by name. So I have 3 people right here. So Kevin Hayes, 6327, Corey M, 7269, and for Ghost Link. And just thank you so much to all of you for subscribing, for all the chats that we've actually had, the conversations. It truly means the world to me. And if you are someone who's watching this video and you have subscribed to the channel, even if you choose to subscribe for this video, just comment down below that you have subscribed, something you like about the channel, just something, I guess, just to pick me up for that day, just to have something good positive to read. And you will get shouted out in the next video. And so this is something I just want to be able to do for these weekly videos, to be able to thank you all in person, and actually, as well as to build up the community, have a creator shout out too. So the creator shout out for this week is for Miss Game & Watch. I will link her channel down below for you to go and check her out. She has a lot of different videos on her channel, and that you always find, or at least I always find, something interesting for games that I've never even heard of, that I've actually added to my collection and played a few of these games, and just get some really good, unique recommendations. So just to be able to check her out. And so if there's any other smaller creators out there, and when I say smaller, I mean not someone who has like 20 or 30,000 subscribers to their channel, but just smaller than that. Just to go through, I'll put their names like on a rotation to be able to shout them out for these videos as well. And I know this is running long. Thank God for timestamps, so you can actually just get right to the video. So with that out of the way, let's get into the Nintendo News of the Week.
Nintendo News of the Week! Hear all about it!
So the very first bit of news that we actually have for the News of the Week is that it was announced this week that there is a brand new bundle for the Nintendo Switch 2, and it's called the Choose Your Game bundle. And so this actually includes 3 different games that you can choose from. You can choose from Mario Kart World, which was like the original bundle that actually came out, for Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I'm actually surprised they didn't come out with that sooner, has popular, I mean, it was a Game of the Year contender. Why not put that in as a bundle and have it as for something? I mean, you can actually even call it the Switch 2 Game of the Year bundle. I mean, I think that would have been a system seller. And then also for Pokopia. Now, if you're watching the channel, I talked about last week that there actually is a Pokemon Pokopia bundle for the Switch 2 in New Zealand and Australia. Well, now this is actually one that you can choose now for $500 here in the West. So if you're wanting Pokopia. Now, the bad part that I have for this is, as it is with all the bundles, it doesn't come with a physical game. It's essentially just the game code is in the box for the Switch 2. That's just how they run their bundles. So, I mean, but if you don't care about that and you want to get this bundle, now's the time to do it, especially with the price increase coming for the Nintendo Switch 2, which is going into effect in September. So you can just try to take advantage of this bundle until that price increase comes up. Now, the next bit of news that we actually have is for the live action video that's coming out next year for the Legend of Zelda movie. We don't know anything as far as details about like what the story. There's been leaked photos and some little things. So we've seen like for Zelda and with a character that we presume to be Impa, seen like Link wearing a cloak. So there's a bunch of rumors and speculation as to what this could be about. But it was actually confirmed this week through leaks, like not quite on IMDb, but just how actors put like their resumes in for different things. So it was confirmed that there will be the Gorons as well as the Kokiri will actually be in this movie. Don't know what kind of roles they're going to be playing, but they will be present. And so this was actually for this week from Shigeru Miyamoto. Yes. And he came out and said that the release date for The Legend of Zelda has actually been pushed up a week. So it was no longer going to be May 7th. It is going to be on April the 30th. So we get to look forward to it a week earlier than normal. And so this probably will this change from between now and then? I mean, you got like almost a year. So who knows how the markets and everything's going to change. They might do it based upon like how they feel about other movies that might be coming out around that time and just how they place it to best be reached to the audience. So it doesn't have to worry about competing with any other real movies. And so this next bit of news was just something that I found it very humorous because there is a man in Newark, and so he got sentenced to 6 years in prison for violating his parole because they found that he had a bunch of different drugs on him. And I know you're wondering, how does this relate to Nintendo news? Because some of the drugs that they found on him were meth pills in the shape of Mario. I'm like, that seems like quite a big leap from mushrooms to meth. I'm sorry if that joke falls flat. It was just something that came to my mind. I thought it seemed kind of funny. Hey, if you actually think it's a pretty good joke, comment down below that it's a good joke, or if it was just crap. You can go ahead and comment for that. Just like leave the jokes to a comedian. You're good just reporting the news. And I completely understand. And then actually moving on from the news is just going on into the leaks and the rumors. And so there was actually a leaker this week. He doesn't really have any track record with anything like that. He's actually leaked and been proven right for anything, but he actually leaked that there was actually going to be a new trailer for Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, which was supposed to have happened like a few days ago. And so as of the recording, there has not been any new trailer. But along with that, what he said about for the trailer coming out, he said that there was actually going to be a September 17th release date for this game. Now, he might have been wrong about the trailer, but the September timeline doesn't necessarily, it doesn't seem like that is that far off, because we know nothing's been released yet for this game. June and July seems a little too soon for this game for us not to have any real information. This is why we need a Nintendo Direct. So hopefully we can get more information about games coming out like past June. And then Nintendo, just for some reason, they don't like to really, doesn't seem like they release games in August all that much, if you go back and you look at their track record for releasing games. So a September release for this game is just before the holidays. It's just for like the end of school, like the end of summer. School is just starting back. So it kind of makes sense that it could be in for September. So and that's why I put this in for the leaks and the rumors. It's more of a rumor than it is a leak, because we don't exactly know, like, he doesn't have a track record. Now, if this is something for Nate to hate, then I would say, yes, would definitely probably be a leak. But moving right along, we actually have, so the president of Nintendo, Shintaro Furukawa, came out this week, and he actually apologized for the price hike that they're having to do for the Nintendo Switch 2. So he says, "We sincerely apologize to our customers for the considerable inconvenience and trouble this will cause." And he also stated that they will be he promised a robust software lineup. Now, this really got the speculation going, like, what does he mean by robust? And so, does this mean that he's talking about more of a confirmation about the rumor for the Ocarina of Time remake? So, because it's been rumored that was actually going to be happening and coming out for this year. And we still have no information about a 3D Mario. We know that the one is coming. Now, when is it going to come? This could be actually when he's talking about for the price hike. Maybe it's something early next year, so we'll get a direct releasing so we can have the information about that. If not, maybe for the holidays. Seems a little soon for that. I mean, but it's possible. I mean, because we don't know anything about this game. It could be already almost done. They've just really kept it under wraps very well. So, but the speculations abound for what games is it. Are we going to get a new Animal Crossing? Because all we got was like the Switch 2 edition that they just released. So rather than actual new game, or is there going to be the rumor about for Smash Brothers? Is that going to be coming out? And comment down below if there's any like games that you think that he could be referring to when he's talking about a robust software. Do you agree with what I'm saying here about some of these titles, or is there something that's not even on my radar, or something that you just even hope that they are going to announce and come out and that they're going to say, okay, and to try to justify that price hike? And then moving right along, the very last thing that we actually have for the leaks and rumors, is that the sales data for Nintendo was released last week. And a Redditor actually went through and analyzed it. And so he saw that for year over year, the R&D department was actually utilizing a 23% increase for how much Nintendo was actually using. And so the last time that Nintendo actually, their R&D department had a percentage increase like this of over 20% was actually, we got a brand new, I think it was actually for when the Switch Lite was released the very next year, or was the OLED? It was one or the other. But the next year we got a new software thing. So this is actually including, like, for rumors and speculation that maybe a new software for the Switch 2 is in development, and we might see it as early as next year. Seems a little bit early, in my opinion. But, I mean, definitely if it is going to be a new software, I don't think it would be an OLED. Not this quickly. But maybe a new model where they've actually fixed the issues with the battery for a longer life. Possibly even a Switch 2 Lite version. And comment down below if you think that this is actually a possibility too. I would just be interested in knowing what everyone else's thoughts on the matter is. And just because I have things that I'm thinking in my head for what it possibly could be, but maybe you have your own ideas for what it possibly could be and what this could mean. And so, moving along, just want to stop the video and say that if you do like this kind of content, please do throw a like on this video, share it, hype it up. It all helps me out with the YouTube algorithm so much. And also, if you could do me a favor and just comment down below if you watched this video or if you watched any of the other news videos. Like, what are your favorite parts? Should I change it up on how I'm actually presenting this? So, like, for the news, the leaks and the rumors, the games, and then the deals. Or does it need to be switched around for something? Maybe you want the deals of the week first, or whatever it is. I'm just being really interested in how to make these videos actually better for all of you. And if you are someone new or even a returning viewer and you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do hit that subscribe button. Help me to keep going, keep growing, and just going and try to hit that next milestone. The next milestone for me would be to hit 800 subscribers. That would just mean like the world to me and just a tremendous growth for me. And so just thank you all so very much for all that you do for me. And with that out of the way, back into this video. Now, the actual video games that were actually released this week, there wasn't that many released. Last week it was because for Golden Week, it seemed. So there was only like 2 or 3 games that actually released last week. Well, this week we've got 3 games that are actually released. So the very first one was Thank Goodness You're Here. I'm not going to lie, I know absolutely nothing about this game outside of watching the trailer, and this just looks like I can't even believe, it's just so weird. It's like a drug-fueled fever dream from whenever I was watching for this trailer. I have no clue what is going on other than this little guy going around and getting in, and all the characters look so just weird to me. I guess if you've ever watched like The Adventures of Gumball, or maybe not that, maybe it's more like Adventure Timey, I guess. It just seemed like it was over the top for everything, and just it looks like a really weird game. The next game actually that released this week was Indiana Jones and the Great Circle for the Switch 2. Now, this was actually one of those games that people, if you had asked them like a little while ago, they would have said that this is a game that would never come to the Switch 2, because they just didn't think that would have been capable, or maybe not even the Switch 2, probably even just the Switch. They were just said that it was just impossible for how this game runs, but it has come out for the Switch 2, and everyone says that it runs beautifully and that it is an amazing port for the Switch 2. And so I'm actually kind of really looking forward to this game, and it does look spectacular from the trailer and everything. And the very last game that actually came out was a cozy game. It seems like every single week we've got a cozy game coming out. I mean, maybe it's just me. It's just something I'm noticing. But for this cozy game, it's called Outbound. So what it is you're just going through the different environments, like in the wilderness, in your van, and you get to go through and collect resources, crafting things, building. This is like a magical van, because apparently you can build like, I want to say something like a tree house or whatever it is, living space on top of your van. And so you're just going through to make your experience, I guess, that more enjoyable. And it just seems like it's a really laid back, cozy collecting, crafting game for anyone to enjoy, just to take it slow. And so, and very next thing to actually have for this game is, it wasn't released, but the pre-orders for this are going out on Limited Run Games, and is actually for Fuga, Melodies of Steel. And so this is actually, it was only for PlayAsia. It's like a PlayAsia exclusive import for you to be able to get these games previously. But now here through Limited Run, you can actually get them like an American version of them. And it does come in a standard edition for each of the 3 different games that it actually has, for Fuga 1, 2, and for 3. And each of the standard editions will be $39.99. And then it has a slipcase bundle, which is actually all 3 games in just one thing, almost like if you bought the trilogy pack for Resident Evil. And this is actually going to be all 3 games, so you'll get it for $115 essentially. It's $114.99, but I'm going to round it up that extra penny. So $115 for all 3 in one compact slipcover. And the very next thing they do have a collector's edition that you can actually get for this game for $175. So it does include in this a big box, like limited run games is known for their collector's editions. It has all 3 of the games, like in the slip covers. It has not loading, but it also has an art book, a printed manga book, collection of 12 character pens. It's got 4 art lithographs, the CD soundtrack, a keychain, like a charm, which is in the shape of a tail, as well as it's an actual plushie. And this all looks really cool. And for $175, that's actually not the worst deal. I mean, you're getting all this extra stuff for what, $60 more? So, I mean, the little plush itself would just be $30 by itself. Just going ahead and saying that if you've ever priced any plushes. I do, because I get plushes for my daughters all the time, so I know how expensive they are. And this actually looks like a really good quality plush. And these Fuga games are actually, they're tactical turn-based RPGs, and they're known for having a very emotional story. And so it's just something to be on the lookout, just to put out there on your radar, for something. If you so choose want to get this, I will include the links down below if you choose to try to pre-order these, and just be on the lookout for it. And moving along from this is actually going to be for the deals of the week.
Deals of the week.
Now, the very first deal we have is not the biggest deal, but I did a short video for it, which got absolutely like no views. So, but just wanted to go there and let y'all know that for next week, I think it's next week, or is it the week next? But anyways, coming out very soon, you have Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is going to be coming. Well, if you pre-order it from GameStop, you can actually get a free poster for it. I mean, yeah, you'll have to go into the store to pick up your poster, but it's only for a limited time for you to actually be able to get the pre-order in and to be able to get that bonus. So just wanted to let everyone know about that. This is the only pre-order bonus I've actually seen out there for in this game. No other retailers seem to be doing any bonuses. But as of the time of this recording, that's not to say that something won't come out in like the next day or two. So, I mean, because you never know. And the very next one, this is actually something I think is spectacular for anyone who's really wanting to collect games, is that on VGP, they actually have all of their standard editions for their limited run games are on sale, 20% off. And I mean, this is spectacular because you can actually pick up the games like Valis or the Cosmic Fantasies, Ender Lilies. They have the Castlevania the Dominus collections. So, like, I think Rough was on there. And so many other games that you might have missed out on from limited run games. You can actually, so you're able to go and get there for 20% off. And what's great about VGP is all you have to do is order $75 worth of Canadian dollars. So it turns out to be like around $54, $55 for American. And you get free shipping worldwide. So based upon the games of this, after you've ordered like 2 games, you get free shipping. So, because most of the games are roughly around 30, I want to say it was between $30 to $40 after the sale goes into effect. So, just really wanted to let y'all know about this, and because take advantage of this while you can, because all these other limited run games, if you want to try to get them on eBay, you're looking at probably like double this price. So just to be able to let y'all aware, to be able to get this out and just check out VGP and for their sales that they have there. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. I just think they're a great company, and I buy a lot of games from them. So, I have to wrap this up by saying what the pick of the week was for the games. The pick of the week that I'm trying to pick up it's been sold out of the 2 places I actually went to look for, and I wish I'd pre-ordered it, is for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And so this is actually why this is my pick, is because this is the only way to play this game physically. It was just digitally and all the other consoles that it was released on, not in like a actual physical a physical cartridge or a CD that you can actually play, which is, it's kind of weird to me, but that it is what it is. So that is my pick of the week, and that is another video in the books. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching, and just, I can't thank you all enough for everything. And just, I really hope you do enjoy this video. I put a lot of work to go into making these videos, and so I do it all for you. So have a great day, a great night, whatever time it is that you're actually watching this video. God bless you all. I'll see you all next time.